Hey guys, decided to do a Let's Play. We're doing Sherlock Holmes and the Hound of the Baskervilles. This game is actually made by Frogwares, who I guess is in kind of conjunction with Big Fish Games, if you haven't heard of them. They have pretty cheap games and they're rather decent. I have gotten honors before out here, but I'm going to go with easy so that you all can see what things are like, and I will try not to talk over any of the intros here.
It seems that we have a visitor, Holmes.
Indeed. Come in. Hello, Sir Henry Baskerville. Did you have a good trip?
But how do you know who I am? I had not announced my visit.
By looking at your dress, it is totally unsuited to our wet English weather. This allowed me to deduce that you came here in a hurry and carrying the bare minimum in your luggage. Then there is a blue ink stain on your thumb, the same blue ink used by the passenger service at Waterloo Station to print their tickets. Your ticket has stained your thumb because of the rain. Also, my attention was attracted to your cufflinks with the initials HB, but still I had not yet made the connection with the famous Baskerville family. It is by remembering a Times article that I deduced your identity. It was telling of the odd death of Charles Baskerville and the likely return of his nephew and only heir, Henry.
Brilliant. Your reputation is well-deserved, Mr. Holmes. But let me explain the purpose of my visit.
You do not believe in legends, and you would like to clear the circumstances of your uncle's death. You need a factual, logical, and rational explanation of what some call the curse of the Baskervilles. And who else, in all modesty, but Sherlock Holmes and his faithful friend Dr. Watson would be able to solve such a mystery? Watson, my friend, pack your bags. We're leaving for Baskerville Hall. Tell us about the curse of the Baskervilles, Henry.
Its origin dates back to my ancestor, Hugo Baskerville. It is said he was a vile person who earned the wrath of the devil. After his death, all our ancestors seemed to come to bad ends at Baskerville Hall. At the scene of each death, there were always dog or wolf tracks, but gigantic. Thus, over the centuries, a legend was built, that of a creature from hell, the Hound of the Baskervilles. My uncle was sure that it was a reality. He was convinced that the beast would take him sooner or later, as it took all those our lineage. With his last letter, he sent me this medallion. According to Charles, it was needed to break the curse of the Baskervilles, but he did not know how to use it. Do you believe in this legend, Mr. Holmes?
We'll have to exhaust all other hypotheses before falling back on that one. Baskerville Hall in sight.
Holmes, Doctor, welcome to Baskerville Hall. The servants are not here to welcome us, I fear. They were severely affected by the death of my uncle and have since retired.
The family portraits gallery, I assume. But why such expressions on their faces?
These pictures have not always been so disturbing. According to my uncle, the changes in the paintings occurred after the violent death of the portrayed Baskerville. It appears to be one of the effects of the curse.
Have you noticed? The family coats of arms under the pictures are missing.
Indeed, it is an interesting point to begin our investigation. Where can these coats of arms be, and why did they disappear?
Let's try to find them. I cannot stay here any longer. The sight of those ghastly faces is unbearable.
And it'll let you do a tutorial. I'm gonna say no. And that's mainly because I do know this game well enough that I can walk you through it. You got various locks and stuff. You will be dealing with those. Not right now. The only door you can get into is this one for right now. And you're going to solve puzzles in this game. Which I personally have no issue with, but there are some people that don't really care for them. simple puzzle. Just connect the lines. Thanks, game. Didn't really need
Sir
a prize.
Roger Baskerville is certainly one of the most famous hunters in all of Great Britain.
Indeed, Dr. Watson, my grandfather spent a large part of his life traveling the colonies of the Empire to stalk the largest predators in the world.
Let us try to learn more about the tragic death of Sir Roger Baskerville. Such a distinguished hunter could not possibly have been killed by a simple dog.
Don't let the, dumb thing scare you. It will do random shit like that throughout the entire game. Now, if it's got this little gear thing, it means there's something you have to do with that particular item. And I think I picked up everything that was on the floor and stuff. You will get used to some of the antics that roll in this game. And it will give you clues if you need to. This is a hint button. If you can't find something in this, you can use it. It's usually pretty easy to start with. You just pick the item that's on your list and it'll cross it off for you. Other than that, though, this is the first Let's Play I've actually done. I attempted to do one a while ago, but that didn't really work out too well. It was actually with Myst 4, actually. I don't know if any of you are interested in the Myst games. They can be annoying at times. That can get annoying too. But it'll give you rewards for stuff out here. It's completely random when it does that, but it'll always give you an item after you do that. I don't care thing. If you like achievements, you'll love this thing, but I really don't give a crap about achievements generally. Oh, and I forgot to pick something up, so I have to go back for it. It had been a little bit since I played this game, but I ended up playing it earlier, trying to make this, and figured out I had the wrong program.
A unicorn, a dragon, a werewolf? I can't believe my eyes.
Don't let appearances fool you, Henry.
Dr. Watson is right. It is unlikely that these fantastic animals ever existed. It is, rather, a matter of a remarkable job of taxidermy.
Yeah, it'll tell you a little bit about these. I don't know why it said iguana, because I don't think that this would be an iguana that you'd use for taxidermy, as they're so small. But if they prefer to call it that, they can call it that. There are various puzzles that you're going to run into. Usually the room will give you a clue, since there was an angel on the other side of the room. This is obviously the opposite. You're going to see me race through like the first part of this, because, darn it, I had already done it, as I stated there, and then I figured out that the program I was using was recording my desktop screen with my cursor going bing, 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 all over the place, and it wasn't actually doing what I needed it to do. And this dude needs his horn, which is kind of creepy, because they must have taxidermied a person. It lets you jump backwards as well. I let it do that because I'm doing this. Now, in every room, you're going to see these wolf's heads. They're missing their eyes. And then you can
What's happened? Where are we?
I believe the correct question is rather, when are we?
What do you mean, Holmes?
Look at these traces of struggle. Look at the shape of the room, its decoration. Everything appears as if Sir Roger was just killed. Smell the air. The odors of gunpowder and blood are still fresh.
You don't really think that we went back in time, do you?
Normally, I would reply no and laugh at your naivety, but for now I'd rather not say anything. I do not know how or why, but it seems that we have stepped back to a few minutes after the death of Sir Roger. There is always an explanation. Be patient.
apparently,
Look at this copy of the Times. It's almost 90 years old. Either it is perfectly kept, or we are really at the beginning of the century.
apparently it doesn't count to, have, go away. An opinion there, even though he said he'd rather not say anything. He kind of did say something. Alright, well, I'm probably gonna end up rambling about random stuff while we're, doing all this wonderful hunt and find. Don't be afraid to use your hint button, because a lot of times there's stuff that you will not know. The only reason I know some of this stuff, like a snifter, is the fact that I've played several other games from this particular group, and they all kind of do similar things as far as terminology and whatnot. So, yeah, that's the main reason I know. But it usually doesn't take me too long to run through these when I'm not tired. Go away, thing. That should be everything I can do right now. Do not ask me why this works. Apparently it's a real werewolf and he's allergic to gold instead of silver. Because that didn't look like no silver arrow I've ever seen. And I'm still missing part of a coat of arms. Which I'm not sure why it directed me back out here. Sometimes it'll give you hints if you let it sit. I must have missed it in here, because you're supposed to be getting them all from here. So. Can't do anything with that yet. Why are you doing that? Yes, I already knew I had elements for other things. Okay, there's gotta be something somewhere I didn't pick up. Oh. Duh, the key. Oh, you can tell I'm slightly tired.
We have all the pieces of the coat of...
Shut up. They will say that more than once and it kind of gets annoying. basically
The
just tells you
painting
the
seems to be
obvious.
regaining its original colours, as if the curse was lifted.
Holmes, Watson, look! By inserting the arms, we've triggered a mechanism. A secret cache. There's something inside.
The diameter of this jewel seems to perfectly match the empty slot on the medallion.
I think Sir Roger has given us an important element for our investigation. Look, there's a note in the back of the jewel. Physical power and brute force. Amazing! The medallion seems to react to the presence of the jewel. It vibrates. Let us try to use it. Perhaps on the boards that block the door to Louisa's room.
Not entirely sure how we read that before I even pulled it out of there, but... Yes, thing. I know what that does. Of course, that's what I get for doing that. Basically, it lets you break things. Yay for breaking things in games. I just came back here to do this because I just wanted to get it out of the way. Alright, now to get into her room, you do need this.
Indeed, it seems that the powers of this locket give us interesting perspectives.
Powers? Dear friend, let's not sink into superstition.
And what else will we call it?
This is Louisa's room. She was a great actress. The poor woman did not live long enough to have the career she deserved.
Do you know how she tried to escape the beast?
According to my uncle, she tried to escape reality by creating a world of her imagination. She hid there thinking she could escape her fate, but the curse took her anyway.
And what of this refuge she created?
My uncle found Louisa's writings speaking of a world behind the mirror. She called it her shelter, but Charles never found out what it was exactly.
Well, they obviously gave you some hints there. How that appears randomly. Yes, Watson. The mannequin opened his eyes. Anyway. Let's end up picking up as much as I can from around the room. Why did it take so long to place itself over there? I don't know. This is a, specialized puzzle that they did. I'm trying to remember how I did this. You have 10 moves to get these in the correct color slot, and this is basically your free spot that you get to use. Oh, fudge. I think I did it. It was a long way around. You can do it in 8. I did it the other night. Of course, now I can't do it again. Go away! I'm probably going to be saying that the entire playthrough because this is going to get annoying. And it gives you this freaking key and then you immediately have to use it again. Alright, I'm going to leave off there where we're at a hunt and find, and I will catch you guys later in the next section. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you guys liked the video or want to subscribe, go right ahead. I'm not going to beg for it, but if you guys like it, that's up to you. If not, no hard feelings. I'm just making these because I want to, and possibly to help other people playing this game. If you have suggestions, feel free to let me know. I do apologize here for the echo. The second part of this is also going to have the echo because I recorded the session at the same time. I did not realize what it was doing. And I should have that fixed by part 3 here. I'm fairly new to this particular program for recording inside games, so I do apologize for that. I'm also going to recommend a couple of videos I have up if you are a avid Zelda fan, I do have a review of the Zelda swords that are created, that are, well, the cheap ones anyway. And the second video I'm going to recommend is actually a video I did on the Pokemon D-Arts Charizard or Lizardon, whichever they want to call it, little statuette figurine thing that was produced by Bandai. It's a pretty cool video, so if you like Pokemon or Zelda, go right ahead. If not, then there may be something else coming up for you in another session that I will be doing, as I kind of stated in my video here. Alright, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.